Hey there, welcome back to Pickleball Daily. I'm Spencer. Today, I'm going to be walking you through some of the hardest mental challenges in pickleball and how to overcome them. First, when you're struggling with your serve and you're upset that you just can't get it into the box, I need you to take one deep breath and remember these 3 steps. Align yourself with your target with your toes, hips, and shoulders, and then get yourself into a service routine. Find something to bounce the ball and clear out any other thoughts than just getting the ball into the cross court in front of you. Next, that third step, after you've aligned yourself and had that service routine, is to point your paddle in the direction of that target. That cross court service square can sometimes be elusive, but it's oftentimes because we're thinking too hard about it and we're not simplifying pointing in that direction. Next, the biggest mental challenge I have is once I hit a ball into the net that should have been a winner. I feel gutted and almost as if my heart has been ripped out. What you need to think about is not what went wrong in that scenario. Maybe you hit too hard on the ball. Maybe you were too on top of the ball. Maybe you were just trying too hard to hit a winner when you should have stayed more consistent. But those thoughts in your brain are just going to crowd what needs to happen next, and that is your focus on the next ball. After that point where you feel gutted, I need another recentering breath. And then forget about it. I try to imagine myself as the happiest animal in the whole animal kingdom. A little fish that swims around in its bowl endlessly, but it never stops smiling. It's because it has the shortest memory of any fish in the animal kingdom, the goldfish. So after you hit that shot, tell yourself to be a goldfish and forget about it. Then get ready for the next shot coming to you, and the next point will matter more. In the middle of the point, though, there's often mental challenges. Where you're trying to place the ball, where your opponents are on the court, it can be really intimidating and oftentimes nerve-wracking, where we tense up and end up making an error due to the situation. Instead of thinking about all the factors that you might mess up on as the ball's coming towards you, I want you to think about one thing: visualizing the perfect shot. If you can think what might be what you want to do and envision it before it happens, you'll be more likely to hit that shot. When I see the ball coming to me and I'm thinking about the shots that I don't want to hit, as in a pop-up or a lob or something into the net, that's oftentimes what ends up happening. Instead, I need to be thinking about what I could do perfectly and envisioning that. When the ball's coming at me, I often envision a laser drawn on the side of the court that I want the ball to go on. If I can think about that perfect path and going down that line, the ball's going to be likely to go there. Don't tense up in the middle of the point and think about all the variables that are required for you to hit that shot. Just try to envision it. The last mental challenge in pickleball that I want to talk about is after a game. Sometimes you might be thinking that you're the one to blame for all of your team's mistakes. And sometimes you might want to blame your partner for all of those mistakes. But in the end, the game's over, and we can now spend time talking with our opponents and partners about what worked and what didn't. Instead of trying to place blame and figure out who should be at fault for the loss or win, we should work collaboratively as a team to figure out what we can all improve on the pickleball court. If you ended up winning a pickleball handily to a bunch of people who are novice or not as good as you, I don't want you to inflate your ego and tell yourself that you must be a lot better than them. I want you to think about everybody having a good, or bad day on the court. And sometimes it happens to the best of us. We can lose or win a game against our opponents in either fashion, given any day. So, after you win a game, give them a paddle tap, say good game and thank you, and if they ask any questions about improvement, maybe give them a helpful tip. If you find yourself mentally challenged and losing every game and really upset with yourself, I'll give you this one thing to reassure you that it's not yet time to give up. When you're losing, you're at the growth stage. You're still learning what it means to be a good pickleball player and consistent. Next, you might want to spend time warming up more before the game. You might want to spend time during the week drilling, or you just might need to spend more time in between each point, mentally centering yourself. Taking that breath or holding up your hands to your opponents before they serve is okay. We want to take our time so that all of our focus is on the next ball coming towards us. So when you're losing your games, don't fret. You're still going to come out here the next day and play pickleball daily. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps. Subscribe for more pickleball content on Pickleball Daily.